Hello my motor enthusiasts. Today, we delve into the tribulations of Alex Albon at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Starting from 14th on the grid, Albon faced an early setback with a wheel nut issue during his pit stop, leading to a precarious drive back to the pits and an eventual 10-second stop-and-go penalty. Despite his efforts, and hopes for a safety car that never came, the persistent vibrations and safety concerns forced his retirement on lap 51. Meanwhile, his teammate Logan Sargeant battled with tyre temperatures and dirty air, only managing to finish 17th. Williams, still struggling to secure points this season, continues to grapple with pace, yet both drivers remain hopeful about future improvements. Quite the rollercoaster for the team, wouldn't you say? Hello everyone. I'm your host Enzo, zooming through the world of Formula 1 with you.
And I'm William, at your service.
You're tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to speed with us every day. Full throttle. Diving deeper into Alex Albon's ordeal at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, the issue with the wheel nut was a significant setback. After initially pitting for hard tyres 10 laps into the race, he quickly realised the tyre wasn't secured properly. This led to a slow trek back to the pits and a subsequent switch back to medium tyres. Unfortunately, the situation escalated with a 10-second stop-and-go penalty due to an unsafe release.
Indeed, it was quite a predicament. Despite these challenges, Albon was somehow optimistic about the car's performance over the weekend. He mentioned that the setup changes made the car feel the most complete it's been all season. However, the reality is stark. Given their current position and the fierce competition, Williams faces a steep uphill battle. The advancements, while notable, may not be enough to significantly alter their position in the standings.
Absolutely, the gap to the frontrunners is still considerable. Even with Albon's renewed contract and his positive outlook, the actual pace on track tells a different story. The team's struggle to score points this season underlines a broader issue. While technical improvements are a step in the right direction, they might not suffice to compete effectively against the faster teams.
That's a valid point. The Formula 1 grid doesn't forgive half measures, and while individual races can highlight progress, the season-long perspective can sometimes reveal a harsher truth.
On the other side of the garage, Logan Sargeant's race day in Imola wasn't a walk in the park either. Starting on the hard compound, he faced significant tyre damage early on which hampered his pace throughout the race. Despite his efforts in defending and trying to disrupt others' strategies, it was a barrage of blue flags and struggles with tyre temperature that defined his afternoon.
It's a tough spot to be in, consistently fighting at the back and not being able to break into the points. Both Sargeant and Albon experienced what could only be described as a rollercoaster of performance swings during the race, highly influenced by track position and airflow. It underscores just how sensitive these modern Formula 1 cars are to aerodynamic conditions.
Absolutely, and it's this inconsistency that seems to plague Williams the most. Hovering around 9th or 10th fastest only on their best days, their quest for points continues to be just out of reach. Their season's best so far has been Albon's 11th place finishes in Saudi Arabia and Australia, but that elusive point remains just beyond their grasp.
It's a stark reminder of the fierce competitiveness of Formula 1. With teams like Sauber also fighting tooth and nail for every scrap of performance, the battle at the back is as intense as it is at the front, albeit for very different stakes.
True, and as we've seen, the fluctuations in performance can come from so many variables: tyre management, aerodynamics, track position. It's a complex puzzle Williams are desperately trying to solve. As we edge closer to the mid-season, the pressure will only mount for teams like Williams to turn potential into tangible results. William, fancy having a butcher's at what the online crowd is saying about current affairs in Formula 1.
Right, let's delve into this. We've got a bit of a kerfuffle around Checo Perez and his contract negotiations. According to a post on a sports forum, quote, Checo hasn't signed the renewal. Red Bull already has a one-year contract, but Checo Perez has made a counter-proposal for 2 years, unquote.
Oh, that's stirring the pot a bit, isn't it?
Indeed, and the comments are buzzing. Billy from London reckons, quote, I don't think he has much leverage, unquote. To which Will from the Midlands responds, quote, depends how much money his sponsors are willing to put down, unquote.
Sounds about right. Money talks, after all.
Absolutely. And Sem from Portugal adds a strategic angle, quote, even then, I think Red Bull would be more interested in having a better, more consistent, second driver to have a better chance at securing the World Constructors' Championship and the large sum of money that comes with it, unquote.
Strategy is key in this sport. What's the consensus on potential replacements?
Well, Cooper Jones sparked a bit of a debate about who'd willingly play second fiddle without a fuss. With a bit of banter, Shadow from the forum jests, quote, "Certainly not a Spaniard," unquote, referring to the fiery competitive spirit often seen. And Cooper notes that Valtteri Bottas, despite rumors of a move, has been mentioned as a peaceful number 2 option, though he doubts Bottas would return to such a role after his time with Mercedes.
Bottas has indeed had his fill of being in someone's shadow. Anything on the future prospects?
There's a mention of Lawson possibly moving up, though Cooper is wary, recalling how Albon was burnt out early in his Red Bull career. It seems the community is quite split on who could handle being Max's understudy without kicking up a fuss.
Tricky business, finding the right fit for a team as competitive as Red Bull. It's not just about driving fast, it's about the whole team dynamics, isn't it?
Spot on. And as the negotiations drag on, it'll be interesting to see how Red Bull balances this with their ambitions for the championships.
Thank you all for joining us today on F1 Motor Fever podcast. We've covered the highs and lows from the latest Formula One race and delved into the tactical intricacies behind the scenes. It's been thrilling to unpack these details with you. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share our episodes across your social networks. Your engagement truly makes a difference and keeps our discussions lively and informed.
And hey, always keep an eye out for our next episode. You wouldn't want to miss out on the banter and the insider info, would you? We're here every day, bringing you nothing but the best of Formula One. And who knows? Next time, we might just have another juicy tidbit that could change the whole season.
We're sincerely grateful for your time and your passion for Formula One. Looking forward to having you with us again on the next episode of F1 Motor Fever podcast.
Until then, keep the conversation going, drop us your thoughts and theories in the comments, and let's keep the F1 spirit alive together.
Pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.